You may be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or older, and suddenly realizing or suspecting that you have DID. And you may understandably be wondering how you could appear to be fine for so many years and then suddenly you have DID. It's a good question. Although you've developed symptoms of DID that seem new to you, we know that you've had DID since childhood. DID does not develop in adulthood. It typically develops by the ages of 3 to 5 years old, and it typically isn't noticeable to others. That's because alters are often explained away as imaginary playmates, for example. The DID symptoms may seem to go into remission as you become a teen if your life circumstances are not full of trauma or trauma triggers. Many years can go by like this, with seemingly dormant DID, until suddenly you're an adult experiencing loss of time or alters and other confusing symptoms and wondering what is happening and why. One possibility is that you had been able to cope with these life events with what you'd thought was yourself, but then life changed in some way. Likely it became stressful in a particular way, or perhaps something happened that was a reminder of the past trauma and caused memories to overwhelm you. At a certain point, you were not able to handle it all, so alters who'd been dormant, or at least not noticeable, started helping out with the overwhelm. Another possibility is that you may have experienced what we call a single event trauma, such as a car accident or a rape. The trauma of the event may have acted as a trigger that jolted your alters into activity, much like the idea of life becoming too stressful in some way that activated your alters. If you have not had contact with your abuser for years, but find yourself in their presence, or interacting with them, or even just getting a voicemail or letter unexpectedly from them, or seeing their picture without warning, this too can be a trigger that reactivates your system. Finally, another possibility is that your children may have reached an age that you recall being abused. This is a fairly common trigger for dissociative symptoms appearing seemingly out of the blue. Does any of this explain your situation? Leave a comment for me and I'll respond.